The impact of floods and landslides in Kenya is devastating, with stories of survival and loss highlighting the human cost of these natural disasters. The situation is further compounded by the looming threat of another cyclone called as Hidaya, raising fears of even more destruction in the region. With over 200 deaths and thousands displaced, the road to recovery for these communities will be long and arduous. Now, more than ever, international support and solidarity are crucial to help these affected regions rebuild and recover.
Kenya is facing a crisis of unprecedented proportions. Torrential rains, relentless floods, and devastating landslides have left a trail of destruction in their wake.
When I opened the dining room door, the water gushed in and made its way through the kitchen. That is how I got out of the house. My husband was forced back into the house by the water, and by that time the house had already started coming down. He managed to quickly maneuver and get out. My daughters, who were in the next room, were swept out of the house by the force of the water.
I saw two motorbikes. The first one managed to cross the road before the soil caved in. The second motorbike was not so lucky because the rider got caught by the landslide as he tried to turn back. I saw that and started screaming for the help.
Since March, the country has been grappling with catastrophic weather events, resulting in over 200 deaths and displacing thousands from their homes.
For example, this is her child's jacket. That's her mattress. That there is her broken bed. That was her roof, and over there we can see some material that belonged to her. That is why we suspect that she is buried here.
My last born daughter, who was holding on to my back while we were in the water, was begging me to not leave her. I reassured her and asked her to hold on to the nearby floating debris. Unfortunately, she is gone now. My eldest daughter is in hospital at Maimahiu, but the rest...
Now, on the top of the current catastrophe, Cyclone Hidaya looms on the horizon, raking up fears that the situation could worsen, compounding the already dire circumstances faced by communities across Kenya. In the midst of these crises, India became one of the first nations of the global south to extend a helping hand by dispatching essential medical supplies and equipment to support the flood-affected communities. But it's not just Kenya that's suffering. Across East Africa, floods and other extreme climate events have displaced thousands, including refugees fleeing drought in neighboring Somalia.
I have never seen flooding like this. The water has never been this high. We were growing rice over there. This has been a bad year.
When the flood water came into the house, I woke up my disabled daughter and the other children. I tried to rescue the children before the house collapsed. After the house collapsed, we ran towards the school. We went inside the school where we stayed for several nights. The water has receded, but we have nowhere to return to.
As the region grapples with the aftermath of these catastrophic events, the road to recovery remains long and arduous. With homes destroyed, livelihoods shattered, and lives lost, the urgent need for support and solidarity is paramount. In the face of adversity, it's the collective efforts of nations, organizations, and individuals that offer hope.